This is day 5 of my journey from Gurgaon to Bangalore. I am in Goa. I had a little fever in Bombay, so I had to stay an extra day. And it's raining cats and dogs here, so I'm taking an extra day in Goa as well. This is a very quiet place in south of Goa, and my friend Rahul, who I stayed with in Bombay, suggested me this place. And it's a very unique experience to stay in Goa locally. It's the very first time I'm doing that, and I'm really happy that I did this. Let me show you the place around. Well, as you can see, it's the rainy season. These shoes are amazing. It's just during the last stretch of coming and entering Goa, they took a rather heavy hit on the rainy thing and they're all wet. Right now I've tried them as much as I can, but still, toe shifter things. But I really love the Trip Machine Brute boots. And this is the balcony. The jeans also got wet yesterday. The base layer also got wet yesterday. The tech, everything else was inside a waterproof compartment, so everything is fine. That's breakfast. Healthy snacking. And there's a place where I sat and worked a little bit last night. Bike. The rackless system by Dirtsack is pretty amazing. These two are extremely well waterproofed layers, so nothing went inside them. Bike armor, jeans armor. This is the rain liner, which helped a little bit, but after that the water and all seeped in very nicely and comfortably. The gloves, again, these are not waterproof gloves, but they do the job very well. This was the rain liner. Again, did a good job of protecting me for a little while, but after that everything was all wet. But still, I wore the hydration bladder inside the rain liner, which worked really wonders. So because this didn't get wet, because the mic and all everything is inside this. This is the main hall. I'm on the first floor. And a very nice and calm and quiet place. This is the second room that they have. The details of this I will share in the description below. And small view of Old Goa. I'm saying Old Goa, but Old Goa is farther away from this. This is south of Goa. And my voice sounds like Darth Vader right now because I've woken up an hour ago.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Because 11 hours of riding from Bombay to Goa via National Highway 66. Best route ever. If you ever decide to ride your motorcycle from Bombay to Goa, Route 66 is by far the best choice. It's the best. The scenery, the landscapes, the roads, the people, the food, just amazing. And I do recommend, and I highly recommend traveling solo. It just does something to you inside. It's amazing. All right, let me go and have food. And yes, I do sound like Amrish Puri when I wake up. आओ भाई, क्या खाना बनाया है तुमने?
कीचड़ में पत्थर मारना मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता.
We have poha for breakfast. Yummy.
2 hours later.
Here's a much needed update. It's been like this since 3 hours. It's raining cats and dogs. I've never seen this much rain. Look at that. The floor is full of water. There's the bike. I have to leave for Bangalore tomorrow. I have no idea how I do that because they're still getting dry. This is the Moto Garuda jacket, Moto Garuda jeans. That's the rain liner, which is also getting dry. Itni barish. How? It has been raining non-stop since morning, so I thought I'll just take a quick stroll. Thanks to the caretaker of the house. He gave me an umbrella and just strolling the streets of Goa. Never thought I'll experience Goa like this. I am in a place called Davorlim, And the house is Ratna Homestays. Look it up on Airbnb or any other website that has house listings. It is very good. It is very small, but the place is very nice, very quiet, quaint, very neat, I'll say. And the caretaker and his family are very, very gracious. They're very gracious. Let me show you this place. Look at this. It is just so peaceful. No incessant honking of the cars. It's just raining, drizzling quietly. Sometimes the rain gets a little too heavy, but that's just monsoon season in Goa. The streets are just like this. Not the usual hustling, bustling streets on the beach side, which is your Kandolim, Bagator, Baga, and all that. But this is a very different side, a very quiet side of Goa, which I really like. I mean, look at even the build of the houses. The housing style is very different. We have a courtyard, a small passageway around the house, just trees, a lot of trees around the house, which is just awesome. There's just open balcony on the first floor, which is wow, man. That's just dream house for me. I don't know if I'll be able to get a house like this in this lifetime, but hustling towards it. This is the dream lifestyle, the slow living kinds. The one thing that I'm slightly worried about right now is, again, the feet and the shoes. Because tomorrow morning, come what may, I am leaving Goa for Bangalore. It is going to be almost a 600 plus kilometer ride, just like it was from Delhi to Udaipur. And it will take me about 12 hours to reach. 12 hours because some parts of the road in National Highway 66 are still under construction, and that'll slow things down. Oh, by the way, I really like this house. Check this out. How long do you think they're living here? This is just magical looking house. Look at that, man. It's so neat and clean. It just stands out. This is completely amazing. And that's the house that I'm living in. That's Ratna Homestays. That rustic looking house, building, bungalow. It is a bungalow. And my room is right over there. This is my room. With the rain liner still out and about to dry. It's a very beautiful place in Davorlim. Wow, I just love this homestay. Thank you so much to my friend Rahul in Mumbai who suggested me this place. Beautiful, beautiful house. That's the bike over there. Ta-da! The plan is to leave as early as possible since Google Maps is showing me Google Maps is showing me 12 hours of drive. I plan to leave by 5 a.m. so that I reach Bangalore by 5 p.m. so that I can give the bike by 5:30, 6-ish in the showroom and just give a sigh of relief. Not in a bad way, in a good way, because this trip has been really, really amazing. I should do more solo trips, more solo rides. This trip has taught me a lot about how to prepare yourself, how to improve your endurance, and a lot of things about myself. Because riding solo, although a lot of people will recommend it, let me also tell you and just walk on this tiny topic. Riding solo will make you feel lonely, which is a very eerie and a different feeling. It's not a bad feeling, I'm embracing it, but it is something different. I'm still exploring that. I love it for sure. You don't have to wait for anybody, you don't have to plan with anybody, just stop at your own convenience, or don't if you want to, but just be human and give your body some rest, I will say. I did take a couple of breaks of 5 minutes each, but even then, because of the roads, constructions, I reached Goa at 7:50 p.m., which is 1 hour more than what Google Maps had predicted. So instead of a 10-hour ride, it became an 11-hour ride. Anyways, I'm really enjoying this day and can't wait to get back on the road tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching till here, this is Davorlim in Goa, and I'll see you tomorrow on the road. Just beautiful, man.